So the other day I was on Instagram and I came across this page, Gandyworks, and I was blown away. This stuff is so cool. I didn't understand how the mechanism worked and like how it affected the drawings. I figured the best thing I could do was build one myself, and then I can just tinker with it, move each thing and see what the result is on paper. And in the process, get cool art. So we're building machines, we're learning, and we're making art all at the same time. I'm Jay, this is JBV Creative. Let's create. So like most projects, after doing a little bit of designing and visualizing in my head, they start with the computer, where I spend countless hours twirling 3D objects on a screen and doing lots of clicking. But we ended up with something that we can now send to the 3D printer and then build. Let's go print some stuff and then I'll see you over there on the build table. It's always a fun day when Amazon packages arrive. Some screws, some motor drivers, a couple more motors, because this is a 3-motor project. Yeah. I haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do everything yet. We're kind of just playing it by ear, so that's why I'm getting a little bit more wire than I think I need. So the next step is to get the motors attached to the base. As you guys are witnessing the pinnacle of engineering right here, glue gun. Look at that pinnacle of engineering. It's so good. I wasn't filming because I'm just removing supports right now, but sometimes that's when the most exciting shit happens. And by exciting, I mean dangerous. I should probably put safety glasses on for this. Ow. I wasn't joking. I don't think I drew blood, but. Yeah. Sometimes when removing supports, you gotta get creative. We got a file and a hammer. Yeah, it worked, except for I kind of chipped off the bottom of my file. Worth it. Okay, back to glue gunning motors, the 3D printed parts. Oh yeah. You ain't playing the game unless you got these rubber feet. As soon as you get the rubber feet, then you're playing the game. Welcome to my favorite segment of every JBV Creative video. Where did I put the thing that I need? Where? Where is it? Every time. Who loses a solid metal block? Seriously, God. And the funny thing is it happened to be exactly where it was supposed to be. So I bought this metal block one night Probably when I shouldn't have been shopping on Amazon due to, we'll call it the frame of mind that I was in. But it's to prevent hammering through this table, because this is an IKEA table and it hammers through quite easily, even on simple things. Oh yeah, look at that. Didn't destroy the table. Didn't destroy my fingers either, because I have this metal block. This needs to go here. This was supposed to be like maybe this size, so I'm gonna try to cut it down somehow. I just don't have any of the right tools for cutting stuff like this down. This is where we gotta improvise. I don't know what's gonna happen here, so I figured I might as well keep the camera running. And it feels like nothing is happening. Oh no, there's no way that's gonna work. Oh, do I really want to like Dremel across it? I'm gonna try a hacksaw. Let's try that first. This is like the dullest hacksaw blade ever. All right, I'll be back. Okay. Kind of hack, but it works. To get this attached to this, you guessed it, hot glue. And yeah, that looks about right there. And we got ourselves a turntable. Amazing. Okay, so construction is done. So now we're gonna plug it in and we're gonna at least see if it can draw some stuff. And then if it does, then the real fun begins. Programming. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so sick. Oh, we need a marker in this thing. This is so sick. It's art making art. Yeah, let's get programming. Where are those motor drivers? Let's go. Okay, so everything is programmed. I've made some improvements. I've changed a few things. So here is a quick rundown of the machine. There's 3 motors, and that controls the spinning of the table and the spinning of each one of these arms. Then there's 2 servo motors. There is this servo motor right here, which can make this arm go back. Oh my God. One of them makes this arm go backwards and forwards, and then the other one lifts the marker up and puts it down. So that's that. On this side, there's just a couple motor controllers to control the DC motors, and then there is a Bluetooth-enabled Arduino board to control everything. And that's the design. All that's left now is to find out some sort of way to control the whole thing. So I got this crazy idea. Why don't I build a Bluetooth app? I think an app is what this thing needs for me to be satisfied with it. Now I'm at the Apple Stuff desk where you have to update everything like 4 times before you can get anything to work. But I did the updating, and luckily I was able to copy and paste some code from code that I copied and pasted from the internet. I have no idea how it works or why it works, but it works. And that is freaking awesome. So let's go make art with art. Okay, so my plan is to go one by one. We're gonna first test this arm, then we're gonna test this arm, and then maybe the arms together, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll get crazy after that. Yeah, let's see what happens. So I'll put the settings in the app, and then we'll just hit go, and drop the marker. Okay, for the second color, I think I'm gonna try adjusting this arm back a little bit so we can get wider circles. I think that's what's gonna happen. Honestly, it's all learning, so I have no idea. Okay, maybe we'll add one more color and one more adjustment, because that would be sick. That's freaking awesome. So unique. This is only something that a machine can draw. Anyways, let's keep going. Next test. Okay, so now we're only gonna be moving this arm right here. And I think the difference is gonna give more of an oscillation than a rotation. That's so sick. So I think changing the speed of the turntable, I think that would have a big effect on the drawing. So I'm gonna try one more at the same settings with a different speed turntable. This is so awesome. I just can't help thinking about how amazing it is that with the same mechanism and just slightly different settings, you can get so much variation in the outcome. Look at the difference between these two. That's so cool. Okay, the next test, I'm gonna be moving both of them. I have no idea what's gonna happen. The cool thing is it's following a pattern. It looks like a big mess, but it is following a pattern and it's repeating. But it seems random from this perspective. This one looks like I gave a robotic 2-year-old a marker and they just went nuts, but in a pattern. The possibilities feel endless right now because there's so many things I can adjust. I'm just gonna play around and yeah, cue robot drawing montage. I've been staring at this thing spinning for so long that now when I look down, everything is spinning but in the opposite direction. Who said that you needed drugs? I definitely feel like I'm starting to get the hang of this thing, which is cool because it's something that I built and I still have to learn how to use it, which is like, it's awesome. And I'm getting better and I'm coming up with new ideas and I'm coming up with like concepts for things that I want to show up here. And honestly, like 2 hours ago, I had no idea how this thing worked. So it's awesome to be able to create something that I can then experiment with. Huge shout out to James Nolan Gandy. He has no idea that he inspired this video, but shout out to him for doing what he does and inspiring artists to create. Hopefully I can do the same. Yeah, I've got a stack of these papers. I'm not sure where I'm gonna post these things or what I'm gonna do with them. I was thinking about selling them for charity, so if you're interested in that, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, stay tuned for my next video. It's gonna be another piece of art that makes art. Spoiler. Until next video.